My name is Millen Rasmussen. I'm a clinician here at the UNR Speech and Hearing Clinic, and today we're going to do a voice facilitating technique called Chant Talk. So this technique is meant to improve your resonance, kind of your forward focus and flow of speech to make speaking easier for you. It's also going to target the loudness and quality of speech to again just kind of take the effort out of speaking. So I will introduce myself in a monotone voice, which is the whole idea behind Chant Talk. So I will introduce myself in the voice that we're kind of going to practice today. Hello, my name is Millen Rasmussen, and I'm a speech language pathologist. So if you notice, I kind of kept a consistent loudness and pitch. I didn't inflect on anything, and I kind of drawed out my vowels a little bit. So we're going to practice that today, okay? Mm-hmm. So we're going to start with having you say mini, M-I-N-I, and I'm going to have you feel the bridge of your nose and say mini. Mini. Good job. Could you kind of feel a vibration there a little bit?
I could, yes.
Great. So now I'm going to have you say mini 3 times in that same monotone chant-like voice, something like this. Mini, mini, mini.
Mini, mini, mini.
Good job drawing out your vowels. That was great. So now we're going to say mini and a number after, again in that chant monotone voice. So I'm going to have you start in one breath. Mini 1.
Mini 1.
Good job. And mini 8.
Mini 8.
Good job. And this gesture is sort of helpful in envisioning your voice kind of projecting out. So that's good to do while you do it if you'd like that. And then, okay, so next one is mini 9.
Mini 9.
Excellent. And mini 11.
Mini 11.
Great job. So the next step we're going to do is say mini and put those 4 numbers together in one breath. So it's going to sound like this. Mini 1, 8, 9, 11, kind of in one continuous flow,
Right.
if you will. Go ahead.
What was it? 1,
Mini 1, 8, 9, 11.
Mini 1, 8, 9, 11.
Excellent job. So now I'm going to have you say those same 4 numbers again, and I'll repeat them one more time. And then I'm going to have you speak the numbers. So it's going to sound like this. Mini 1, 8, 9, 11.
Mini 1, 8, 9, 11.
Excellent. And one more time with just the first part of that target word. So just me 1, 8, 9, 11.
Me 1, 8, 9, 11.
Excellent job. And one more time with just the E part of that word. So E 1, 8, 9, 11.
E 1, 8, 9, 11.
Excellent job. So now I'm going to have you read a passage for me. This passage contains a lot of voiced consonants, so it's going to kind of give you practice in using this technique with different sounds, kind of sounds you would use in everyday language. So I'm going to have you start there, and I'm going to have you say the first part of that target word, me, before each sentence, and I'd like you to read each sentence in that monotone chant voice that we've been practicing. Okay? Do you have any questions?
No.
All right, go ahead when you're ready.
Me, there is a word of warning that I will give all of you. Me, always remember a wounded bear is angry with everyone and will maul you or anyone in range. Me, a bleeding, wounded bear is a mean animal and will go wild when jabbed or bothered in any way. Me, even a lion will give ground and avoid a wounded or injured grizzly bear.
Excellent job. You did a great job keeping your loudness and pitch very even and drawing out those vowels kind of like we talked about. So I'm going to have you read that same passage again, And again, with that first part of the target word, me, in front of each sentence. But this time I'd like you to speak the sentences out loud and really try to envision that forward focus and flow of your speech if you can, okay?
Okay, and enunciate everything.
And yes, so speak normally, but keep that me part at the beginning of each sentence.
Me, there is a word of warning that I will give all of you. Me, always remember a wounded bear is angry with everyone and will maul you or anyone in range. Me, a bleeding wounded bear is a mean animal and will go wild when jabbed or bothered in any way. Me, even a lion will give ground and avoid a wounded or injured grizzly bear.
Excellent. I definitely noticed that your voice was a little louder and I could just kind of feel that flow, that projection of it that I suggested. That was great, good job.
Thank you.
Okay, so now we are going to work on different numbers, kind of like what we did earlier, but they are voiceless numbers. So I guess that's not super relevant for me to tell you, but anyway. So I'm going to have you say the numbers. We'll start with 2. So in that same chant voice, monotone voice, I'm going to have you say mini 2.
Mini 2.
And mini 3.
Mini 3.
Excellent. And mini 4.
Mini 4.
And mini 5.
Mini 5.
Good job drawing out those vowels. That sounded excellent. Now we'll do that one more time, but we're going to put the numbers together. So it'll sound like this. Mini 2, 3, 4, 5.
Mini 2, 3, 4, 5.
Excellent job. And now we are going to say the same thing, but I'm going to have you speak those 4 numbers, but keep mini in that chant monotone voice. So mini 2, 3, 4, 5.
Mini 2, 3, 4, 5.
Excellent. That was very good projection. We'll do that one more time with just the first part of mini. Me 2, 3, 4, 5.
Me 2, 3, 4, 5.
Excellent. And now we'll just drop it down to that vowel sound. E 2, 3, 4, 5.
E 2, 3, 4, 5.
Great. Now I'm going to have you say a couple numbers after that. And I'll have you do the first part of mini again. So me 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Me 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Excellent job. And I'll have you do that one more time with just the vowel sound again. So E 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
E 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Excellent, Ms. Rasmussen. So I'm going to have you read one more passage for me. And it'll be similar to the last one in that I'm going to have you say the first part of mini, me, before each sentence. And have you read these sentences in that chant monotone voice that we have been practicing.
The chanting.
The chanting, correct.
The whole sentence.
Yes, the whole sentence.
Okay.
So start with me and then the sentence in the monotone chant voice.
Me, I am going to ask that each of you take this warning. Me, please don't ever forget that an injured bear is mean and will claw you or others nearby. Me, a bleeding bear is an angry animal who will go wild if poked or teased in any way. Me, even the lion retreats to get away from the stunned or wounded grizzly bear.
Great, that was excellent. So now I'm going to have you read that same passage one more time. Thank you for all this reading you're doing. And this time I'm going to have you speak the sentences as you would normally, but you're going to keep that chant monotone me before each sentence, okay?
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Me. I am going to ask that each of you take this warning. Me. Please don't ever forget that an injured bear is mean and will claw you or others nearby. Me. A hurt, bleeding bear is an angry animal who will go wild if poked or teased in any way. Me. Even the lion retreats to get away from the stunned or wounded grizzly bear.
Excellent, Miss Rasmussen. That was great. I definitely noticed that throughout doing this technique, you projected your voice a little bit more. I like the gestures that we were using to kind of give you a reminder to kind of have that forward focus and flow of speech, yes. So I'm going to send you home with a little homework. I've recorded a couple of sentences that we spoke of earlier in the monotone voice and in the regular voice. So you'll be able to listen back to those when you practice.
Okay.
And I'm going to ask that you practice this chant talk 4 to 5 times a day. I will give you a paper with a passage for you to read and instructions that'll be pretty similar to what we did today. And I will see you next week for voice therapy.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.